All right, hello everybody. Welcome to week 2. We got a few things to do here today. First up is upcoming events. We're going to talk about conference for just a minute. Lainey's going to talk about conference applications. I know we mentioned that a little bit last week, but we're going to go into more detail. And then we have a very exciting activity planned up for everybody.
So, upcoming events. Most of these honestly aren't ours, so that's cool that people are doing the planning and we can just get the benefits. So there's a waste audit going on at the hockey game this Friday. So an opportunity to dig through trash, but it will be so valuable. You will never dispose of things the same way. But that is definitely at an odd hour, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. But I recommend volunteering if you're not doing anything special. It'll end up being a good group of people between SEAL members, other RIT sustainably minded people. And along that same group of people is the sustainability retreat, which Student Government Sustainability Committee is helping put on, bring together, brainstorm how RIT sustainability missions will align. So those are 2 things you can sign up for from the newsletter that has links to it. And then SEAL is also planning a Headwater Food Hub tour. So they presented at the banquet last fall. So we'll have the opportunity to actually see their operations and what's going on. So stay tuned for those. Our actual events are Thursday coming up. There's a Girls Soaring in STEM fair, which we're trying to plan an activity for. So if you're interested in being involved in this, Bree or Lainey would be your point person.
There's also going to be like a little schedule sent out in the email so that you can sign up and we'll find a time to all meet and start planning.
It's basically just working days.
Is there anyone here who hasn't been to an ESW meeting before? Not to call you out, but yeah. So we also, beyond just activities and events, we have multiple projects going on that you can get involved in. We have an awesome network with Rochester in general and their sustainability activities, or if you just want to learn about other clubs, you can talk to me, Bree's your point person for projects. But there's a lot of cool stuff going on that we're not exactly touching on, but definitely reach out and ask. Or our website has a full list of projects we've done in the past and are currently working on. So if you wanted more resources, that's where you'll go.
Okay. So who here has not heard of PawPrints? Few people? Cool. PawPrints is a sort of petition service that RIT does internally. If you have something that you want to change about how RIT does business, you can submit a petition, and if it gets over 200 signatures, student government is obligated to look at it. So we just...
Sorry. And if you want to be part of one of the committees that deals with these petitions, you can join a sustainability-focused one, which is the Government Sustainability Committee. Their meetings are Monday at 4:30 downstairs. Also, information in the newsletter.
In this case, I just wanted to bring this up because we just started one yesterday, just to give graduates an opportunity to give back their uniforms after they're done with it, because most of us are probably only going to use it once. So not to make it mandatory or anything, but just to give people that option. So if you are interested, check it out. Just click a button, add a signature. We might be able to make a difference there. Lainey.
Okay, so like Chris said, we're talking about conference. We let you guys know what was going on last week with conference.
What is the conference?
The conference. So this is ESW's national conference. It happens once every year in a different location. This year it's happening in El Paso, Texas. In the past, we've been able to send a couple students. Last year, we sent 6 students. This year, we want to send at least 6 students. This is happening in the beginning of April. So what this is showing right now is a very transparent view of how much money we've raised so far and how much money we want to get to. So here's kind of like a breakdown of the 3 major things that we'd be paying for. This is to actually attend conference, and then the housing and flight is a little bit subject to change, but just from what I've been looking at so far, this is about how much it would be. So it is a little over $600 a person. Right now we have enough money to fully send 3 people, so we're halfway there. What we're looking for still is about another $2,000 so that we can get to at least 6 people fully funded. ideally more than 6 people, and that's where that partial funding would kind of come in if that means that we can send more people to conference. Because our club is growing, we have more people interested in attending, more people interested in going to conference. We want to reflect that at conference. We want to be able to send as many people as possible. So with that said as well, we'll send out the application again. If you guys are interested in going, absolutely fill that out. You have to be a full member, and we'll show you how to do that again as well if you're not. But if you're interested in going and you're interested in being more involved with ESW, it's really an invaluable experience. But to address how we're gonna fill this gap, we are going to do a crowdfunding campaign. If the crowd goes wild. But so if you guys haven't heard of this, how this works is you have a collection of people, in our case, ESW, and each person can choose to submit or can choose to give the emails of family members, peers, people in their professional network, teachers, whoever that they think would want to donate for our cause. So we will collect those numbers, and then next week we want to launch this site. We have a whole website associated with this as well through RIT. We launch this site, we send out this basically mass email to all the contacts that you guys are able to provide for us, and we ask for funding, and all the money that we have is going to go towards the conference. Hi, Julia. So what we're looking for really is entire club participation. We can generate a lot of money from this relatively easily if everybody participates. And this is something that we can do in future years as well, not just for conference, but for project budgets and whatever else we would need in the future. This year, this is going to be focused on conference. So again, if you guys are interested in going to conference, absolutely apply, and then this will apply to you. You guys saw the amount of money we're trying to raise, so that is our goal. Our goal is to raise $2,000 in 1 month starting next week. So things that we can do now. I want to take a couple minutes for you guys to start to brainstorm 15 people in your network that, don't give me that look, Jared, I know you got people. To brainstorm 15 people in your network that you think would be willing to donate for our cause. And the reason why I want to take a couple minutes is because you might think that, who am I going to send this to? But anyone that would support you and with going with, ESW and with people attending conference to, expand their perspective of sustainability and learn something. So your teachers from high school, your parents, your aunts and uncles, your
Help her out.
anyone, please. But you get the idea. Those kinds of people, people that be willing to donate. Are there any questions so far? Does that make sense? We have a Google Forms that you can fill out the name and email of these people, of your contacts, once you have them. And then for anyone that is able to give 15 people, whether or not you're going to conference, we have metal straws that we can give you as an incentive for next meeting. Yes?
What else goes into the crowdfunding? Is there a video?
Wow, you really hit the nail on the head with that one. Part of the crowdfunding campaign involves making a short 1 to 2 minute video for your family members, whoever that wants to donate. They'll go to our page and they'll see this video so they can kind of get an idea of what we're doing as ESW and what the conference is going to be all about. So during this meeting, if you guys are comfortable with it, I might ask a couple of you guys just about in the hall, and I will ask you basic questions like, why did you join ESW and what are you hoping to get out of X, Y, and Z? Simple questions like that. And I will record you. It'll be pretty obvious. I'm gonna have to do it just like this. But just to start to collect some clips to compile this 1 to 2 minute long video so that that's all ready to go when we launch next week. So those are the 2 things that we need. We need to make a video, which is going to be taken care of with your help, and then also this list of contacts. And the more people we have that we can reach out to, the more successful this is going to be and the better precedent that it's going to set for future years when we do this again. Any other questions now? Okay, so I would like to take a couple of minutes. If you can either follow this QR code and start to fill it out on your phone on Google Forms, or if you just want to get a piece of paper and start to brainstorm. But what is really, really important is if you guys, after this meeting, go home and, actually find your aunts and uncles' emails and submit it tonight. Or, ideally by the end of this week so we can have that list. So.
If we submit it later, where can we find it?
So the link's always gonna be open. That's okay if they are submitted later, but we just wanna have a big enough group to send out the email for the launch.
They're going to be a newsletter.
Yes, yep, so you can follow it now, but we will send this out in the newsletter as well. And once you can edit this and you can go back and edit it if you'd like as well. So you can start to fill it out now and change it later. And that'll all be in a newsletter that will send out after the meeting.
Which, if you're not on the newsletter and want to be, if you go to the bottom of our website, eswrit.com, you can sign up for the newsletter.
Okay, I'm gonna sit down. We'll take just a couple minutes and then we have like a really fun activity after.
Just to clarify, this isn't mandatory unless you are going to the conference, but we do appreciate it.
Yes, yeah. No, you did not hear my whole speech. You got there. You got feeling.
No, those the boxes.
Dig deep. You gotta dig deep. I'm not even asking you to donate. I'm just asking you for this.
It depends on the.
Do you need to
Things like. Oh my god.
Every time I said it,
It's like worth it.
Do you not have to watch it?
I do it.
No, actually, I have to.
Why do you ask?
I know that they are.
Not my end.
Take a picture of After I do it next slide. Explain it.
You can also submit more than 15 names.
But then you have to like resubmit it.
Yes.
So much work.
Yeah, I'll still.
No, very sorry.
Okay, now for the main attraction. So we're gonna play a little game. The first thing I need everybody to do is get into a project group that you got into last week. If you're not in a project group, either choose one randomly or choose one randomly.
Do you want to put the thing up, or do we not want to risk it?
Not yet.
Okay.
So let's say, yeah, solar installation team over here. We can have tab group there. Great, help me out.
already did.
We're done.
I don't know if we did, or I guess we're both yours there. Chuck, over here.
Just, you know what, just yell for cross. Just yell for cross.
I got
You said Arbor Loop. Arbor Loop can go over here.
So anyone not?
Oh, really?
I'm sorry, that is.
Alright, it's 3.